Hello and welcome to the Room of Randomness. Patreon request today for the pilot episode of Knights of Guinevere. So we start off with the backstory of our title character, told to us like a classic bedtime story.
Trapped in a tall tower, and locked away by complicated machines that ran on blood and fear.
Given what we're about to see, I don't think that's a metaphor. As little Olivia here has her everything the light touches moment with her dad over Park Planet here, we see...
Yes. Thank you for the present, Papa. Come, Princess.
So Dana Terrace is one of the creators of this show. You don't say. Right off the bat, probably the best thing about this intro is that if you didn't know going into it, you might get tricked into thinking the story was about Olivia, that she was the princess in question. It's not until Gwen here makes her leap of faith that it becomes clear that it's her story. Me. Very true. After all, we still need to meet her titular knights. After a montage of showing Park Planet's history, we meet Anne and Frankie, two children looking to beat the in-joke claw machine. After that goes about as well as you can expect, they run into Gwen.
Francesca and Andrea from M7. What lovely names.
As creepy as that comes off here, it's also kind of cool to have Park characters remember specific guests. After a sweet moment where Frankie somehow fixes Gwen's glitching finger, we cut to present day, where our heroines are having a bit of shop trouble.
Read the sign.
What? Crowny? Me?
I'm assuming that means they don't serve employees of Park Planet, but that seems like a horrible idea. It's going to be made clear that the common folk around here hate the park for what it's doing to the surrounding area, but that sign must be losing you a good percentage of customers. While Anne's dealing with this, Frankie uses her cute frog buddy to hack the vending machine to get what they need.
Besides. Frankie, when did you buy these? Emphasis on buy. Oh yeah, boombox. Should've known. Well, let's get out of here before Reggie finds out you're
Thief!
Man, Anne got on board with theft real quick.
Damn it, Frankie! Your ass is gonna pay next time at Mahjong!
They tried to pay this time, but you wouldn't let them. You'll be lucky if there is a next time.
You two? Looks like your, who's a what's-its are out of calibration again. Easy fix.
That is the most Disney princess thing in the entire episode, and it's amazing. Too bad Anne isn't having as good of a time, as she had to bring work home with her.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Why would anyone splice the facial controls into the environmental pipeline? It's not a very sophisticated solution.
Okay, I get what the joke is supposed to be, but holy hell, how is that even possible?
Hello?
Oh, nice! What fixed it?
Certainly not putting the wires back where they belong for some reason. Anyway, morning arrives swiftly, and the two need to get to their jobs. And seeing Frankie's first job says to me that someone on the writing staff either worked in the underbelly of a theme park or knows someone who did. We then see her second job on a salvage ship, hoping to find something valuable among the trash that gets discarded from the park. While I'm sure this is all part of some sort of commentary, come on, there's gotta be a better way than just throwing it over the edge like that.
Frankie!
What?
Stop gawking at the park!
Sparky, what? You can't even see me right now.
I don't need to see you to know you stopped working.
I was gonna make a joke about how he has eyes everywhere, but he's barely got one.
Your precious park ain't gonna have crap to melt into different crap if we ain't hauling up scrap. So get back to it. And I saw that too.
Is Frankie unknowingly psychic? How else do you explain her knowing what Sparky was going to say and yet was still surprised by it? Anyway, much to her and Sparky's surprise, Frankie gets a Guinevere animatronic caught in her net. Sparky wants to sell the thing, understandable given how valuable it must be, but Frankie wants to fix her up in hopes that it can help her get a job alongside Anne. However, Sparky is heavily against it. What makes this interesting is that while the decision is fueled by greed, there is still a sense that Sparky is legitimately looking out for Frankie's best interest, or at least what he thinks her best interest is. We then catch up with a now very old and sickly Olivia. Not only sick in body, but clearly in mind as well. She gets word that her Guinevere has made it to the surface below the park, and thus sends a certain someone after her. Hello there, Anne. Your day went well, I see. On her way home, unfortunately, she gets spat on by this old dick who's very clearly seen better days.
Sorry. Hope you feel better. But also, fuck you!
Being a decent human being while also not being a doormat. It is possible!
Oh, why hello.
Why did that play out like a jump scare? So it turns out that this is just an ad Frankie is watching while contemplating what to do. Suddenly, these little weirdos show up to convince her to rescue Gwen.
What do we have here?
Hey, you eat yet? I'm thinking sad girl dumplings and bathtub brew from Sunny's Pub, cause, yeah, today sucked.
Okay, I guess literally all of that was in Frankie's mind. Makes me wonder, is it just that she tends to see the world a lot brighter than it actually is, or is there actually something wrong with her? Given the creators of this show, it could go either way.
And Sparky's just gonna chop her up? Ugh, what an ass!
Frankie, is Sparky chopping someone up?
Andy? Andy! Perfect! Amazing, Andy!
Frank, you have to tell me if Sparky's doing something illegal. You have to tell me if he's hurt someone. In the last 8 hours?
Andy, I'm just messing with you.
You know what? Respect. Frankie saw an opportunity for a joke and didn't hesitate. Speaking of opportunities, Frankie uses this one to get Anne to help her.
Remember when we snuck in the park to play that crane game? We didn't get the doll, but we met a real Gwen. That memory is still so vivid. And now you make stuff that gives other people memories like that. I just think that's cool as shit, D.
This scene right here is what skyrocketed Frankie to my favorite character of this show. Wanting to make art to make people happy? Can't imagine why I'd relate to that. And so the two try to sneak into the Park Planet Labs, but get stopped by Sparky and his crew. And again, this scene confirms my take on Sparky's character that he does care about Frankie. He's just got an awful, awful way of showing it.
I get why Franklin's doing this, but you, what's in this for you?
Because I want money. Because I got fired. That's the truth.
Now, Anne, I think you're looking at this the wrong way. I mean, look how Jumbo took getting fired.
We're fired. No, we do it my way.
Fine, fix her up. Make her shine. Then bring her back to me. Deal?
Why does animation always depict women as being physically incapable of spitting? Like, I understand a reluctance, but it's not difficult. Oh, Anne is knocking on death's door, isn't she? I'm waiting. So the two make it inside, and suddenly Gwen does that, drawing the attention of that. So Anne and Frank, oh my god, I just realized. Are these characters supposed to be a reference to Anne Frank? If so, I'm not sure I get it. Anyway, they do their best to fight off the giant robot. But that just makes him angry. Fortunately, somehow, Gwen comes to life, gets Anne and Frankie to safety, and manages to defeat the thing. I get that this is the point, but I'd love to see how that fight went down. Anyway, they start up the process of fixing Gwen up, and our episode ends on how she sees the world. So that was Knights of Guinevere. Holy shit! This show is getting quite a reputation as Dana Terrace's big fuck you to Disney, but I feel like that is so reductive. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely throwing shade at Disney, but there's more to it than that. And it's shown off in our two leads. Anne is the person who's disillusioned by the company, hating what the corporate side has done, while Frankie is the optimistic fan who has an undying appreciation for the artistic side. And something I hope they do later down the line is let the two rub off on each other. Make Frankie a little more cynical and understand why Park Planet is bad, while making Anne a bit more optimistic about what it could be with the right people. But even if you ignore the Disney allegory, this is still a fascinating story with interesting characters and beautiful animation. The only thing I'm not a fan of is how gory it can be, but that's just a personal preference thing. And the limited scenes featuring it do make it a bit more palatable for me. Here's hoping the series gets a full run. I'm the Reviewer, and this has been The Room of Randomness.